Hello everyone, today I bring you this robot, this Texas Instruments rover, and I was able to borrow this robot from our Texas Instruments pilots program, and it's pretty awesome. All of this is controlled by a um, what they call is a Texas Instrument Innovator Hub, but pretty much it's a microcontroller for this robot. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the stuff here. This robot is controlled completely by the calculator, which is awesome because you won't need a laptop for this, right? So right here we have our power button, and in here you get to see the levels for your battery percentage. And this little light right here is actually programmable, so you'll be able to get your students to change the color on that using Python with RGB. And here you can go ahead and put I believe it's a fine tip, a Sharpie, so you can go ahead and draw. And then in the front, we have a distance sensor, kind of the ones you use in your microcontrollers. So I'll be using this with my computer science class, and I'll show you some of the cool stuff I found out. So in the back, you can see where all the magic happens. And we have this PCB here that pretty much puts everything together, and our Innovator Hub goes right here behind this third wheel here. So with Python, you'll be able to control these two motors, so you can get your robot to go forward, backwards. You can go ahead and make one move so that you can go ahead and rotate using Python and degrees. And here we have another sensor, so you can go ahead and measure color. If you want to go ahead and make a line following the robot, all that good stuff, you'll be able to do that. You can also take a data. If this robot is on top of a green item, it will tell you, hey, how much percentage of that is green, and it's pretty awesome to use Python in that way. And here a little bit about the wheels, so you can see them. They have like some grippy part here, and then another view about the sensor. So it's pretty awesome. This right here looks like aluminum-ish material, so it looks pretty sturdy. And your calculator will go here. So I have one here that will show you, and it's about 10 inches by like 5.5 or something like that. So let me go ahead and show you how it works. And I have here the pen. I don't have a Sharpie, but here's a pen, and pretty much you can use that to code. I set it up in this way because I didn't want to bend my cables. Well, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the calculator here. You can see full battery, and hopefully my phone can capture this right here. So I'm gonna make a new document for you guys. So I'm gonna go with new, and for me, you can see that Python is right over here in this version of the calculator. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and press new. Okay. Now for this one, I'm just gonna call it a simple program, so ABC. And here I'm gonna save some time, so I'm gonna go ahead and see that at the very bottom, I have all the libraries for our rover. So I'm gonna press OK, and I'm press OK. So I have a Python program now in my calculator called ABC, and you can see that it already has all the libraries that I need for this rover. And you can see the first one, the TI rover, as the library. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make a simple program, and in my class I'll go ahead and expand on it, probably like a maze or something like that. But for right now, let's view some of the basic commands. So I have this white paper here, and I was trying to find out how much each unit is. So a grid, I believe, and I was able to find out that one grid is 10 centimeters. So that's what I was able to make myself a nice little coordinate grid here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I figured that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to menu, and this is gonna help me program my robot, my rover. So you can see that I have a lot of options here. The ones you're gonna be looking at are mostly in number 9, the TI rover, and I can go ahead and put next. And I don't need to import the library because it's already been done for me because of the command that we used at the beginning when we set up our program. But here we got the drive option. So here I'm going to spend some time on it, and sorry, I have a tripod, but here we get to see the forward distance. So we can go forward a distance like in units of grids, which is 10 centimeters equals 1 grid distance. And we can go backwards, so going to reverse, making those motors spin backwards. And then we can go ahead and turn a left by using degrees. So if you want to turn left 90 degrees and so on, it'll be like that. Sorry, my camera action is terrible. Then we got right a certain degree, and then we got different options like so. We got stop, clear, resume, stay. This one I experimented with a little bit. So you're able to go to a certain distance, and using that same grid, that that coordinate plane, you're able to go to any of those locations on your robot. So you'll be able to do that. So then we got polar. So if you want to go ahead and use r and theta, radius and theta. So we got all this good stuff right here. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and just make a pretty cool little robot that goes forward, turns right to 90 degrees and goes forward. So I'm going to go and do that right now. So forward a distance, and then again, it's asking us for grid. So I was going to go forward 1, which we see is 10 centimeters. Then I'm going to go to my next line. I'm going to go to menu. Then I'm going to go to the number 9, drive. Oops, drive. And then I'm going to go ahead and go turn right. And this is in degrees, so I'm going to turn right 90 degrees. So it could be, there you go. And then I'm going to go and press rover. I'm going to drive again. And I'm going to go forward 1 more unit right here. So we have all this good stuff here. We got our robot is going to go drive forward 1 grid, right? 1 unit grid, which is 10 centimeters. Then it's going to rotate 90 degrees, and then it's going to go ahead and drive forward 1 more time. So if we go ahead and see our robot, it's going to go here. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, here is the forward of my robot with the sensors here. And I put it on here so I can see kind of like the wheel on the line. And it's going to go forward 1 unit. So it's going to be right here. Oops. And then it's going to rotate 90 degrees. So it's going to be facing me. And then it's going to go 10 units. I'm sorry, 1 unit forward, which is another 10 centimeters. So let's go ahead and try that. So I'm going to press Control and R so I can run the program. So let's see how we did. Forward, rotate 90 degrees, and forward. Awesome. Let's see if we can go ahead and use that LED. So now I want to use this LED right here, and I want to change it so the kiddos can get creative with the programming. So I'm going to go to my very first line. I'm going to press enter to make it my second line. And here I'm going to go to menu. I'm going to go to my rover. And now I'm going to explore all these other ones, like outputs. Light is an output. So we're going to use this. And you can see that there's many different options. So we can make it blink and so on and so forth. But right now I'm going to go with making this robot change the color, right? So it says RGB, red, comma, green, comma, blue. And it's asking us to pick a value between 0 and 255. In this here, we'll be able to change. So if you put 255, that means in that value, like in, for example, red, it's going to be all red. I don't want any green, so I'm going to put 0 green in my red. And I don't want any blue in my red, so I'm going to put 0. So now my program says that I'm going to go ahead and be red LED, then it's going to complete the program. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up again. So I'm going to try my best. Here you go. All right. So I have this, and I'm going to press Control Run, which is the shortcut menu for our robot to run the pro code. So how awesome is that? Pretty cool. So now we saw that the LED is red, and our robot did the same command, which is pretty neat. So this is the LED. This is the TI Rover for that is completely programmed by our calculator. It's pretty awesome stuff. You can always go back to the first page and edit any of these code so that you can go ahead and have that. But yeah, definitely check out the TI Lenda calculator program, Lenda Rover program, and check out the 10 minutes of code. The website has lots of lessons for this, but this is super awesome. I can't wait for my computer science students to try this and my robotics club students to try this. So I'll try to make more videos about what we did for this with this rover.